There we have it, everybody. Welcome. Without further ado, we introduce our players at the bottom left-hand side in the yellow. We got FeaR, who seems to be a very, very jolly guy. And man, that was a slobber knocker versus Pokey in the lower bracket round 1 in the fight for survival. Both would have deserved it, but there can only be one in these best of threes, eh? All best of 3 here today, even the winner bracket final, only the deciders in these qualifiers are best of 5. And good news for us, we already got a styles clash. On the bottom left hand side, as we said, FeaR opening up with Demon Hunter Archers, which is the norm. He said, if I go down in style, and we'll see what that means. On the right hand side, the favorite PaTo for Phantom Aces, opening up with the Potom Archer Creep. Will then surely be followed up by Huntress, and then we'll see where we go from here. Expansion Dryads or Hunts APs. We'll see about that. So yeah, it was the story of last week. PaTo playing from the airport, obviously with a huge crowd behind him, cheering him on. Rio de Janeiro airport blocked for quite a bit because of that. And he survived. He wasn't able to survive in the winner bracket, but he at least survived until weekend 2, where he can now play from home. And FeaR going in with an Ancient of Wars. Sneaky little play. Won't work because the Potom and Archers are both here. But it is distraction. It is moments where the Potom isn't creeping. It is moments where the Potom isn't harassing. And it is, of course, also, whoopsie, a wisp going down. I thought there was a detonate, but no. It is time where the Demon Hunter can do what Demon Hunters do, and that is creeping. A lot. Level 2 already unlocked. What is FeaR's response to this? The Ancient of War Rush didn't necessarily work, but PaTo still needs time for these must hunts, and usually you want to go into a wisp hunt. It kinda worked, but was it really a hunt? I don't think so. No searing arrows just yet. Starts off with a mist. That was odd. Definitely looked like one. So how can you challenge PaTo? He wasn't undefeatable in Night, or he isn't undefeatable in Night of Mirror. Ark has shown that. And there's a lot of game tape of PaTo versus elves, as there always are a lot of elves. The two favorites here in the lower bracket round 2, obviously PaTo, obviously Razormoon in the second series, as we have 4 series here today as well. Archer setup, defensive setup looks nice. Little arrow pointing towards the natural expansion, and the tech is already at 50%. Not really pummeling the Potom, as there is no boots. But definitely distracting. And Shu is on the other foot. Isn't the Potom the one who should be harassing? But this is all time for PaTo to charge up to get to the necessary number of hunts to the 40 food. Moonwell is there in time too, so you can queue the next hunt and then gather the forces while you may. Another wisp, this time detonated. Unlike the one before, but that is 2 wisps down. Lumber still looking fine though. Shop coming, more archers, 5 of them. And more piercing damage obviously means 6 of them. That could be fodder for hunts or the counter. It's a weird dynamic, all depending on positioning. 4 Moonwells, not used too much. We don't have mana burn, which we don't really need, but Immolation was very conservative with that. PaTo trying to go for a last hit. Did he get something here? Nope. FeaR got it all. But an unfortunate ensnare leads to a kill last second. I thought that Archer's in Shadow Melt already, but I guess the dust helped a bit in that regard. But PaTo also losing an Archer. Kevin said prior to the stream, PaTo without losing a unit. Well, that bat is off. Losing more and more channel points, Kevin. Is that the way you want to live? Not the worst setup for FeaR at all. As the big underdog. Panda second. Drunken Haze or Breath of Fire, both great. Tier 2 is done. Improved bow is coming. The Hunter's Hall is ultra late though. This kinda looked like a mass range setup for wins, but then turns out it's just a super very late Hunter's Hall. You can still, this is like a little odd as it is mass archers. Maybe the Hunter's Hall is just for upgrades? Or he's switching into archers dryads? Really curious if that was the plan all along. PaTo jumping onto that back line. Panda with the Drunken Haze leading to a lot of misses. Archer Micro so far looking fine. Another hunt falling, that is number 2, but also like one archer after the next. If there is an opening, if the hunts are allowed in your base, well then things can go sideways real quick. And same for the bottom damage. 2 APs growing on the back. Panda level 1.5, that isn't too bad. But yeah, only now the lore. Oh, that's late. Yeah, I'm tending towards thinking that it was a mistake with the Hunter's Hall. Three APs, how do you deal with that? Glaives could be fine. He's going for one now with a defensive setup. But Bottom is crawling towards level 3. Brave move to walk out of the sanctuary of the base, which was defiled already. And where's the damage output for FeaR, I wonder? PaTo quite rich. Waiting for Glaives himself. Woohoo, another hunt falling. Demon Hunter, not the threat that he likes to be without level 3. But the Panda got the Breath of Fire, and that is a scary weapon down the road. Demon Hunter stays alive as well, gets another potion, and the Glaive is out. I feel like PaTo thought this would be a bit easier. Bottom side. Also with the heal scroll, which you kinda need now, PaTo. But how do you get this Panda up to mana? Nighttime is almost over. And the APs are moving forward. No tier 3 coming. There will not be a bear bust. We get Glaive Wars. 5 archers only. Very, very fragile. Or like the bottom position for now. But of course Glaives can be repaired. Baiting another breath. Drunken Haze. Heal scroll. Whoops, that was odd. Okay, one counter, but it's daytime now and very, very, very limited moon juice for FeaR. The hero's gotta carry, the archer's in a better position than before. And the impact of the APs, I don't really see it. For now, at least. Okay, now it's a great zoning tool. And both are losing a lot of resources. 800 gold on FeaR. Spend your gold, brother. I am surprised that PaTo is losing so many hunts. Almost carelessly. You don't want this Panda to hit level 3. That could be game. FeaR, as the big underdog, is having a great game. Up until now. Still doing a lot of damage to reduce the repair on Glaives. Takes one out. Sacrifices the TP for it. I guess that's fine. Oh, PaTo. Is that the first upset on the first map of the 3rd day? Or does PaTo have everything under control and is just entertaining the masses? Well, here's your answer. With the Panda going down, the carry option is gone, and after just 10 minutes, that Huntress push prevails. And PaTo takes the 1-0 lead. That I was praising PaTo last week for some great micro. I gotta say, this was a bit sloppy by how carelessly he threw the hunters away. And stemming against the defeat. Wasn't enough though. FeaR is asking for a little break. No worries at all. Dude, and if he walls this off and prevents the Huns from entering the base, this setup was well done. Well done. But so it wasn't well done. And then PaTo is of course exploiting it. Little unfortunate there, but you know, that it is what it is. FeaR says, be right back, beer. Nice. I like that guy. It's the weekend after all. Ready? All right. GLHF. As we move on to map 2, PaTo with match points, looking for the lower bracket, lower bracket semifinal. I always thought I misspoke. Oh, they were both in the same team. Lol. That of course leads to a quick end of the game. Should be there in a second. All right, there we are. Tier 1, Team 1, Team 2 selected. And now we kick this off. We got time anyway. Scheduled to be 4 hours here. This, by the way, is a 450 MMR difference, with PaTo breaking the 2400, which is pretty damn impressive. And FeaR scratching at the 2K. Was a good attempt, but he did get kills. More than many people thought. And now he gets a second chance. Can he cause an upset? Is PaTo a little bit too brave here in round 2 of the lower bracket? Or is it all going according to plan? I'm not used to 50 MS. I need 180. Yeah, FeaR, I knew his name for a long time, as he's of course playing in quite a few tournaments. Jolly guy. He might not win the tournament, but he's slowly but steady winning my heart. We got FeaR on the upper left-hand side. Any switching strategies? Not here. Demon Hunter it is. And PaTo also. Demon Hunter it is. I don't really expect the bear mirror. Not really at all today, to be honest. As Rezamoon is definitely not a bear mirror player.
A player's forces are under attack.
So yeah, this will be a little slower than before. Not the immediate engine of war in the base, as it looks like. No immediate pushes and harassments. And so far, no engine of war denies. I like that.
Players' forces are under attack.
Ring versus gloves, both fairly balanced. Ring saves you a little bit of moon juice, which is always appreciated on the side of PaTo here. PaTo, who defeated Hitman in the Back to Warcraft Weekly not too long ago. So maybe if someone has a chance, it could be PaTo. Or Ark. Or Rezamoon. Or maybe Cass's strategies are too wild for all of them. Or maybe FeaR has the greatest comeback story in ages. I don't dare to predict the America's qualifier. PaTo with some good shots. Archer, hurt. Demon, hurt. And that is, thanks to the use of immolation, a lot of moon juice. Archer also, yikes. PaTo makes it look very, very easy. A little bit of stutter stepping, Archer support, and no more moon juice. PaTo can just walk this off, can he? Oh, gets the miss, that's unfortunate. Yeah, mana burn takes away your immolation, and you have no evasion. And that is the Demon Hunter gone! Trying to get the kill with an Archer, but no, just calls the game. As close as game 1 was, this was one of the simplest games I've seen in a long time. You know, people say this ironically. Pick a Demon Hunter, walk across, win the game. PaTo was listening to the Reddit threads